Hey Rhiannon, nice job here. Overall, I think your piece looks really good. Everything seems to really have a nice sense of unity. The only thing that I'm just thinking that if there's some way to make the text kind of a little bit more readable, I thought about maybe creating a shape, and putting behind it. So if you, I don't know, I'm just playing around here. So, there's the shape tool here, and then if you go under here, I think there's a flame someplace in here if I can remember correctly. Dun, 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 there it is. You could make, gosh, Photoshop is just going so slow today, so hopefully this will work. If you made a shape behind something, there's I don't know, this looks kind of hokey right now, but this is going to be red. I'm going to make it super transparent. And again, this is the terrible size. It needs to be a lot, it needs to be shaped differently. But then you could make it super transparent. And then, whoops, not that transparent though. I mean, this is looking hokey, but it's not really what I'm intending, but I'm going to put this underneath the text. Maybe even white. Just something to add, make the text stand out a little bit. That's not really, I don't think that's really working very good. Let's see here. But you kind of get what I'm saying. I mean, some of it, now see, some of it stands out. I would have to really shape this more. So again, you can, and again, this looks pretty cheesy, but I'm just saying there's so many different things in Photoshop. So you can kind of make this, like smaller. There's a lot of different things you can do with these tools too. And this looks pretty hokey. I would definitely not use what I'm doing now. But the idea of having some type of semi-transparent shape behind it, behind some of it, I think would even work to make some of it stand out more. So I would definitely not use the flame because it makes it way too busy. But I think you kind of get the idea. I mean, there's other things you can do too. You could continue to add. And I hate pushing this glow thing because it can look super cheesy. You do have a little outer glow, but oh, you turned it off. Maybe because I told you to. But you could use an outer glow, but just make it, something like a red, and then make it really small. I mean, the reason why this is looking weird is because it's so big. So if you made it smaller, and then increase the opacity just a little bit, you can see now it's just standing out a little bit more than it was before. Let's see here. And again, I always go too far because then if you go too far, kind of when to go back, right? So even something like that's a little bit tighter. Let's see. Let's just turn it off and see if it makes some of this text stand out here. Another thing you could do too is you could use the burn tool and burn this back in a little bit so it's darker. So let me find there it is right here. You could go and find the burn tool over here. Let's see, where is it? They have everything stacked. I mean, I need to really, there it is, burn tool. And again, if I ever use the burn tools, the burning and dodging, we didn't really go over a lot of this. I set the percentages down to really low because it's so easy to overdo these. And then you can kind of just burn this in a little bit so it's a little bit darker. Let's see here though. First turn that stuff off. Make it a little bit darker here. You can see how it's making it just a little bit darker so it's not so distracting. I don't know if I turn these levels back on, I don't know. Yeah, the levels is what's making it also a little bit strong up here. So anyway, the point is that you could still do a little bit more work on this to make it, a portfolio piece. Let's see what, you also, yeah, I can't really adjust it because it's been clipped already to yeah. Let me see. Oh, I see what you did. You kind of made it into a style. So yeah, I would just make this less strong. I think that it might make a difference. Let's see what if we did. Made the background a little bit bigger. Oh, see that? Yeah, that's the problem. Is that don't apply. You've got these in here, so it's not going to make any difference at all. So I would have to do it in one of these. Anyway, you kind of see what I'm getting at here. I can try making it bigger. But even like that has a little bit more unity than having all the white of the top. Because I don't think that white highlight of the top of the barbecue really adds anything. I mean, I don't want to cut it all off. Let's see here. Move it around, right, and see how it looks. Anyway, it's totally your choice. Just trying to get you to, because you're almost super close to a portfolio piece. I just think the text needs a little bit more work. But everything else looks really great. Okay, so anyway, I'm thinking you could even turn off some of the stroke too if you, oh, wow. Anyway, yeah, like I say, it's not a huge point deduction, but I think that it would just really help your portfolio if you just do a little bit more with the text. But anyway, it's been great working with you. I think this is really fun. I hope I can use this as an example for future students. And yeah, nice job.